Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers have been riding a wave of momentum since the very first week of the NFL season. They're still undefeated and looking to keep their perfect record intact with the win here in this one. It's the Texans going up against the Chargers. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Mission. Beautiful San Diego, California. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the San Diego Chargers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And there's your standard issue draw play. I like it a lot better when it's actually been set up.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was not a completion that resulted in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's now 4th and 3.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Here we go now.
They're going to try and throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Here's Garrett Swanson now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the first carry now for the tailback, Roddy Hillman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last.
And got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a second-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a first-round grade on him. Thought he was the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. He'll look to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Hillman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked it. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While one picked up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe it's something they can build on as this game continues.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz.
Come on,
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. J.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that takes us from second to third down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Kevin Johnson's skills just continue to get better and better. An elite athlete out on the corner. He's up to the challenge of any receiver.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Josh Lambo now for the Charger field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Second down following the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And we'll take a look quickly at the San Diego defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Not right now. Look at 56.
Back to throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And now here's a sneak, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. So out come the Chargers. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 4th down, it's Drew Kaiser on to kick it away for San Diego. And taken at the 46. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The gang of Charger defenders there for the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Right side, caught Fedorowicz. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. Third down here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. 1 receiver left. That's Allen. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see.
All right, now look at 56. Here we go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right through. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The drive starts with a carry by Ronnie Hillman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second down following the run. Hillman again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Go, go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56.
In motion is Strong. And to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And his kick is indeed good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did it...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
All right,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll try and throw for it here. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big play there for the Chargers on 3rd down. 47 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run here with Hillman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Second and goal from the 5. Again, it'll be Hillman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Green 39. Watching that party.
They'll drop the throw. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Check.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Stays on his feet and able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So they're operating in the red zone. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
All right, here we go. Over. Here we go. 3-19.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big play.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Garrett Swanson now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. So the D-line's going to spread out. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? 10th carry now for Ronnie Hillman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. It's their quarterback, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A group effort there. A bunch of Charger defenders there to make the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down now following the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. Just a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that'll give them a 1st.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. And they'll run it here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down at 15. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The gang of Charger defenders there for the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They come up in an offset eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be whacked up and driven down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 48. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the... And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They come out with one back and three tight ends. And they'll go on the ground. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now this time he'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with